stop scrolling. Take a deep breath. This video did not appear in your feed by accident. It was called forth by a question resonating deep within your consciousness. Why isn't it working for me? You have felt it, haven't you? The frustration of trying to manifest, to visualize, to affirm, only to be met with silence. What if I told you that manifestation isn't failing you? You are simply running an outdated operating system, an old program based on effort and lack. Today we install the upgrade. We are not going to talk about the law of attraction. We are going to talk about the law of assumption, powered by the single most potent force in the cosmos, the quantum observer effect. By the end of this transmission, you will understand that you are not attracting reality. You are selecting it. Before we begin, answer this in your mind. Have you ever had a thought and then seen it appear in your world almost instantly? That is a glitch in the old system, showing you what the new one can do. To understand this upgrade, you must first reimagine the world. You do not live in a fixed, solid reality. You exist within a quantum field. Picture it not as empty space, but as an infinite ocean of pure, unformed energy, vibrating with every possibility you could ever imagine. Every potential future, every different version of you, every desire fulfilled and unfulfilled. It all exists right now as a wave of probability within this field. The old manifestation model, Manifestation 1.0, taught you to stand on the shore of this ocean and shout your desires at the waves, hoping one would wash up on your beach. This is a model of separation. It assumes you are here and your desire is out there. But here is the fundamental truth of the new paradigm. You are not on the shore. You are the ocean. And your awareness, your consciousness, is the force that causes the infinite waves of probability to collapse into one single, tangible, experienced reality. This is not philosophy. This is the core principle of quantum mechanics. The act of observation is not passive, it is the supreme act of creation. Let's diagnose the old system. The flaw in what many call the law of attraction lies in its very name. Attraction implies a magnetic pull between two separate things, you and the object of your desire. This framework inherently reinforces a state of lack. When you are trying to attract money, you are vibrating at the frequency of not having money. You are screaming into the quantum field, "I am without money." And the field, which is an impartial mirror, faithfully reflects that state of being back to you as your reality. You can visualize $1 million for hours, but if the underlying feeling, the deep inner conviction, is, "I need $1 million," the universe doesn't hear the words, it hears the feeling. It hears the need, the lack, the absence. This is why so many affirmations feel hollow and visualizations lead to frustration. You are trying to paint a new picture using a paintbrush dipped in the colors of your old reality. The old system is based on effort, on doing. The new system is based on identity, on being. Now, let's explore the fundamental energy difference between wanting something and having it. The frequency of wanting is agitated, needy, and future-focused. It lives in a perpetual state of not yet. It is the energy of the chase. The frequency of having, of being, is calm, settled, and present. It is the energy of arrival. The quantum field does not respond to your words or even your mental pictures in isolation. It responds to your dominant vibrational signature. Think of it like a radio. The field is broadcasting all possible stations simultaneously. The wealthy you station, the healthy you station, the in-love you station. You cannot tune into the frequency of abundance while your own being is broadcasting the static of scarcity. The old model taught you to beg the radio to play your favorite song. The new, updated model teaches you that you are the radio dial. Your feeling state, your core assumption about who you are, is what tunes your reality to the station you wish to experience. The question is not, how do I get it? The question is, who do I have to be to have it? This brings us to the great misunderstanding of visualization. So many people believe that if they just create a clear enough mental movie of their desire, it will magically appear. But they are missing the critical component. Visualization alone is just daydreaming. It's like looking at a travel brochure for Italy. You can see the pictures, imagine the food, but you are not in Italy. The power is not in the image. It is in the feeling the image evokes. The key is to use visualization not as a tool to see something in the future, but as a portal to feel something now. When you close your eyes, the goal isn't just to see the new car. It is to feel the leather of the steering wheel under your hands. It is to smell the new car scent. It is to feel the quiet pride and satisfaction of ownership. You must use your imagination to generate the genuine emotional state of your wish already being a fact. It's not about seeing it. It's about living in it, from it, internally, until the feeling of that reality is more real to you than the world your physical senses currently perceive. This is why the old model is so utterly exhausting. It requires constant effort, endless affirmations, and a state of forceful control. You are trying to micromanage the universe. You are trying to build your new reality brick by painful brick, while simultaneously living in the foundation of your old one. This creates an energetic tug-of-war that drains your life force and leads to burnout. You believe you have to figure out the how. You have to map out every single step from where you are to where you want to be. This is the ego's trap. The ego needs to know the plan, but the quantum field operates on pathways your logical mind cannot possibly conceive. Forcing a reality is like trying to push a river uphill. It's unnatural, it goes against the flow, and it will always exhaust you. The feeling of struggle, of resistance, of pushing against, that is your indicator that you are operating from the old system. The new paradigm is not about force, it's about flow. It's not about making it happen, it's about letting it happen. Welcome to Manifestation 2.0, the quantum paradigm. The first principle you must accept is a radical shift in your identity. You are not a small, separate human being trying to get things from a vast, external universe. You are a focal point of consciousness through which the entire universe experiences itself. There is no separation. The thing you desire is not out there. It is a potential vibrational pattern within your own consciousness. Your desire is the universe whispering to itself, through you, about a new possibility it wants to experience. When you want a loving relationship, it is the universe seeking to experience love through the vessel that is you. When you desire abundance, it is the universe seeking to experience freedom and flow through you. Your desires are not selfish, they are divine impulses. This is not about getting, it is about allowing. It's about allowing a potential reality that already exists to emerge into your field of perception. You are not a beggar asking for scraps, you are a king remembering his kingdom. Let's go deeper with this truth. You are not in the universe. The universe is in you. This is not a poetic metaphor, it is a description of the structure of reality. Your physical body exists in space and time, but your consciousness, the true you, is non-local. It is not confined to your brain. It is a part of the unified field of consciousness that underlies all of existence. What you perceive as the outside world is actually a projection, a holographic reflection of your inner state of being, rendered in 3D for you to experience. The people, the circumstances, the events, they are all mirrors reflecting the assumptions, beliefs, and feelings you hold as true within yourself. This is why, when you change internally, the world outside has no choice but to change. It is bound by the laws of quantum physics to rearrange itself to match your new inner configuration. You cannot change the reflection in the mirror by manipulating the reflection. You must change the object that is being reflected. You must change yourself. So what is this quantum field? Imagine an infinite, invisible canvas that contains the paint, the brushes, and the image of every painting that has ever been or could ever be created. It holds pure, unadulterated potential. It is silent, still, and waiting. It is the womb of creation. It does not judge. It does not have preferences. It does not decide if you are worthy or deserving of what you desire. It is a field of pure, impartial responsiveness. It is governed by one simple law. It will take the shape of whatever consciousness impresses upon it. Your consciousness, through your sustained focus and feeling, is the mold. The field is the clay. Whatever shape you hold consistently within your being, the field will pour itself into that shape and harden it into what you call physical reality. Most people are completely unaware that they are holding a mold. They carry around molds shaped by fear, doubt, and past trauma, and then wonder why their life keeps creating the same unwanted sculptures. The upgrade is about consciously choosing your mold. This is how we must begin to see the world, not as a solid, fixed place, but as a shimmering, fluid wave of probability. Until you observe it, your future is not set. Your next moment is not predetermined. It exists as an infinite menu of possibilities. Imagine you walk into a dark room filled with every possible object. You can't see anything. It is all just potential. But then you turn on a flashlight. That flashlight is your awareness. Whatever you point it at is what becomes visible, what becomes real to you. Everything else remains in the dark, as a dormant potential. Most people's flashlights are on a chaotic, automatic setting, flickering from fear to worry to memories of the past. They are unconsciously illuminating and thus creating realities they do not want. The conscious creator learns to hold their flashlight steady. They choose where to place their focus, not on the reality that is, but on the potential reality they desire to experience. They starve the unwanted reality of their attention, and they feed the desired reality with their sustained, feeling-toned focus. The master key to this entire process, the core of the upgrade, is accepting your role as the observer. In the famous double-slit experiment of quantum physics, scientists discovered that particles like electrons behave as a wave of all possibilities when they are not being watched. But the moment an observer measures or looks at them, they collapse from a wave of potential into a single, definite particle in a specific location. Think about the staggering implication of this. The very act of looking at something changes its nature from potential to actual. Now apply this to your life. Your entire reality is made of these quantum particles. Your attention, your awareness, your consciousness is the measuring device that is constantly collapsing the infinite wave of your future into the solid particle of your present moment. You are doing this every second of every day, whether you are aware of it or not. The only question is, are you observing your reality into existence by default, based on old programming, or by design, based on conscious choice? So how precisely does your consciousness select a reality from the infinite field? It does so through the power of your assumption. An assumption is a belief that you hold as true, a feeling that you accept as fact, regardless of what your five senses are telling you. It is a quiet inner knowing. When you assume a state, you begin to vibrate at its frequency. Let's say you desire financial security. The old model tells you to say, "I am wealthy," over and over, while your bank account says 0. This creates inner conflict. The new model instructs you to assume the feeling of security. How would it feel to know all your bills are paid? It would feel calm, relieved, free. Your task is to capture that feeling, that state of being, and live from it internally. You walk, talk, and think from the assumption that you are already secure. This sustained assumption acts as a constant, steady signal to the quantum field. It tells the field, "This is who I am now. This is the reality to be made manifest." You are collapsing the wave of probability not by shouting, but by being. The mechanism of this collapse is subtle. It is the physics of what you take for granted. What you assume to be true, you do not question. You do not check for it constantly. You do not worry about it. If you assume the sun will rise tomorrow, you don't stay up all night in anxiety, hoping it will. You simply proceed with your life based on that core assumption. This is the state you must cultivate for your desire. When you have truly assumed the state of your wish fulfilled, you stop looking for it in the outside world. You stop needing signs or validation. You feel a sense of naturalness about it. This is the state of letting go or detachment that is so often misunderstood. It is not about giving up on your desire. It is about giving up the needy, desperate energy of wanting it, because you have so fully accepted it as an inner reality that its physical appearance is merely a matter of time. You have collapsed the wave function internally. Now you just have to wait for the movie projector of space-time to catch up with the film you've already selected. There is a profound difference between looking at your current reality and seeing from your desired reality. Looking at your reality means you are observing it through the lens of your physical senses. You see the empty bank account. You feel the loneliness. You experience the symptoms of illness. When you do this, you are using your powerful creative observation to reinforce and perpetuate that very state. You are collapsing the wave of more of the same over and over again. To create something new, you must learn to see from the state you wish to embody. You close your physical eyes and you look at the world through the eyes of the person who has what you desire. How does the world look to the wealthy you? How do you view your relationships from the perspective of someone who is deeply and unconditionally loved? This is not denial of your current situation. It is the refusal to give your current situation your creative energy. You acknowledge it as a past creation, a shadow, and you turn your inner gaze, your true creative sight, to the reality you are now choosing. Now we must talk about the fuel, the engine of this entire creative process. If your assumption is the vehicle, then your emotion, your feeling state, is the high-octane fuel that drives it. Why? Because the quantum field is not a mental field. It is a vibrational, energetic field. It does not understand your native language of words. It understands the universal language of frequency, of vibration. And your emotions are the indicators of your personal vibration. Feelings of joy, love, gratitude, and peace are high-frequency states. They align you with the frequencies of well-being, abundance, and connection. Feelings of fear, anger, jealousy, and despair are low-frequency states. They align you with experiences of lack, conflict, and separation. Thinking a positive thought without feeling its emotional equivalent is like trying to start a car with no fuel in the tank. The thought is the key in the ignition, but the feeling is the spark that ignites the engine. To manifest powerfully, you must become a master of your emotional state. You must learn to generate the feelings of your desired reality on command. This is why emotion is the true language of the field, or what some might call the matrix, or God. Your heart, not your brain, generates the most powerful electromagnetic field in your body. This field radiates out from you and communicates your state of being to the wider quantum field. When your mind, your thoughts, and your heart, your feelings, are in alignment, a state known as heart coherence, you are sending out a clear, powerful, and consistent signal into the field of potential. You are broadcasting an unambiguous request for a specific reality. However, when your mind is thinking one thing, I am wealthy, but your heart is feeling another, fear of bills, you are sending a chaotic, contradictory signal. It's like trying to order one thing from a cosmic menu while shouting that you actually want something else. The universe gets a mixed message and can only reflect that inner chaos back to you as a chaotic external reality. The goal is coherence, to align your thoughts and your feelings, and to broadcast the signal of your future now. The ultimate operational shift, the core of the software update, is moving from the statement "I want" to the state of "I am." I want is a declaration of absence. It is a prayer sent from a state of lack. I am is a declaration of presence. It is a command sent from a state of fulfillment. You must stop seeking your desire and start embodying it. If you desire confidence, you do not seek it. You ask, how would a confident person act right now? And you act that way. You assume the identity. If you desire to be a successful artist, you stop trying to become one and you start being one. You think, create, and carry yourself as a successful artist now, before the evidence appears. You are not faking it until you make it. You are being it until you see it. This is a profound energetic shift. You are no longer chasing a future reality. You are collapsing a present potential by claiming it as your identity. This brings us to the celebrated teaching of living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is the most direct and potent manifestation technique there is. It is the practical application of everything we have discussed. It means that throughout your day, you consciously and deliberately return to the feeling state of your desire being a present fact. When you are washing the dishes, you wash them as the person who is already living in their dream home. When you are driving to work, you drive as the person who is already in a loving, committed relationship. It's a subtle inner shift. It's not about loud proclamations, but about a quiet, confident, internal posture. You infuse the mundane moments of your life with the sublime feeling of your dream realized. This sustained feeling, this inner climate, is what reorganizes the quantum particles around you into a new pattern. You are marinating your consciousness in the frequency of your desired outcome. Eventually, your physical reality has no choice but to conform to your dominant inner state. So let's outline the update process. Step 1 is to define the state, not the thing. Don't just focus on the $1 million. Focus on the state that money would give you. Is it freedom? Is it security? Is it relief? Get crystal clear on the feeling you are truly after. Your soul doesn't crave material objects. It craves the emotional experiences it believes those objects will provide. Once you have identified the core feeling, the state of being, you have your target destination. This is your energetic North Star. Forget the how, forget the when, forget the specific form it might take. The universe has infinitely more creative ways to deliver the feeling of freedom to you than your logical mind can comprehend. Your only job is to become an energetic match for the feeling. Define the state of being you wish to embody. That is the first and most critical step in conscious creation. The update process. Step 2. Embody the frequency. This is the active part of the work. You must practice visiting and living in your desired state of being, primarily through your imagination during meditative or relaxed states. The period just before sleep and just after waking are particularly powerful, as the conscious mind's gateway is more open. This is where you conduct your reality rehearsals. You loop short, simple scenes in your mind that imply your wish is already fulfilled. Not the moment of getting it, but a scene that happens after it's already a normal part of your life. A friend congratulating you, paying for something with ease, a casual, loving conversation with your partner. Replay this scene over and over until you feel the authentic emotional response. Let the feeling of gratitude, of relief, of joy saturate every cell of your being. This practice calibrates your energetic signature to match the frequency of that potential reality. You are tuning your radio dial. The update process. Step 3. Detach and allow. This is the art of surrender. Once you have successfully cultivated the feeling of the wish fulfilled in your imagination, you must drop it. You must go about your day with a quiet confidence that it is done. This is an act of profound faith in the quantum law. Obsessing over it, looking for it, and wondering when it will arrive reintroduces the energy of lack and doubt. It's like planting a seed and then digging it up every hour to see if it has sprouted. You will kill it. Detachment is the soil in which your manifestation grows. It is the trust that the unseen forces are orchestrating the events, people, and opportunities to bring your inner state into physical form. Your job is the what, the feeling state. The universe's job is the how and the when. Do your part, and then let the infinite intelligence do its part. This is the balance between deliberate creation and graceful allowance. Finally, you must learn to read the feedback from the field. As you hold your new assumption and embody your new frequency, the world will begin to speak to you in the language of synchronicity. You will think of someone, and they will call. You will have a question, and the answer will appear on a billboard. You will see repeating numbers or symbols that are meaningful to you. Do not dismiss these as mere coincidence. They are the quantum field confirming that it has received your new signal. They are echoes from your future reality, letting you know that you are on the correct timeline. These synchronicities are the breadcrumbs that guide you along the path of least resistance to your manifestation. Acknowledge them with a quiet thank you. See them as winks from the universe, confirming that your inner work is successfully reshaping your outer world. They are proof that your consciousness update is complete and the new program is running. So now you see the truth. The great revelation is not that you have the power to influence reality. The revelation is that you are reality itself, observing itself into form through the lens of your human experience. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the creator of circumstance through the power of your awareness. The world is not happening to you. It is happening through you. You have been using the most advanced creative technology in the universe, your own consciousness, on its default factory settings. Today you have received the manual for the upgrade. Your only work now is to remember this, to live from this place of power, to choose your state of being with intention, and to watch as the quantum field flawlessly mirrors your inner world as the masterpiece of your life. Thank you for receiving this transmission. If it resonated with you, please subscribe and press the like button to anchor this truth. To fully activate this upgrade, write this declaration in the comments below. I am the observer creating my reality. And now I ask you, what is the first synchronicity you will look for as a sign that your new reality is on its way?